Hi, hello, and welcome to the first Wallace Boxing Predictions video of this year 2019. Yeah, there are not, it's still early for the big fights to come, but there are a few that are a bit interesting this weekend. Actually, the first one is on Friday between Devin, Haney, The Dream, and Solisani, Don't Gain. Yeah, and it's a 10 round fight in the lightweight division. Devin Haney is a really hyped new prospect, and he's beaten Juan Carlos Burgos in his last fight. And he also stopped Mason Menard in 9 rounds, but he's not a really big puncher. Obviously, he's won most of his fights by I mean, the only important fight he's won by stoppage, it was a corner stoppage after 9 rounds. So that's worth to know. But the other guy also is fighting, this South African. He is not really either some knockout artist. He's 13 KOs and 25 victories. Yeah. Haney is 5'9" with a 71-inch reach. And Ndongen is a little short of 5'8". I don't know how long his reach is. So, the African fighters are usually known for their toughness and all that, their determination and all that stuff. So I expect this guy to last the distance against Haney, but Haney will definitely win, definitely. Most likely, as I said, by decision. Yeah, so that's that fight. And then on Sunday, actually, there is an interesting fight. A new guy in the featherweight division, Brandon Figueroa. He's a puncher, I guess. Even though he's yeah. He's got 12 KOs, 17-0, and he's fighting Moises Flores, who is kind of rather experienced guy, I think, from Mexico. And Flores has actually held the IBO Super Bantamweight title when he beat Paulus Ambunda, and also the interim World Boxing Association title. And both guys have beaten Oscar Escandon, but Flores beat him by a split decision, while Figueroa, he stopped him TKO, no, actually a pure knockout in 10 rounds. So yeah, I don't know really. Figueroa might be the favorite here. Yeah, why not? Oh yeah, this guy Flores also, he was involved in a controversy against Rigondao when he was first knocked out in the first round, but then it was turned to a no contest because there was some sort of a foul, But he lost his last. He hasn't had. He lost his last fight to Daniel Roman in June. He hasn't been stopped yet. He's only got one loss, so he's got the experience on his side, but he's a super bantamweight, so he's fighting a bigger guy who is also younger by how many? By 10 years, and can punch. So it's a dangerous fight for Flores. Yeah, Figueroa, he's got a 4-star rating on BoxRec, so that means he's a big prospect. and Flores has got a 3-star rating. Yeah, I mean, I think Flores will perhaps be stopped here because he's fighting for the first time as a featherweight, and he's already in kind of late stage of his career or later stage, and it's a dangerous fight, as I said, for him, definitely. But and he's not really a big puncher. He wasn't at 122 pounds, so he definitely isn't gonna be at 126. So it's possible that his experience can kind of, maybe do something for him. But yeah, I kind of expect, I lean towards Figueroa to win by a stoppage. Even though he's rather inexperienced, but he's also already proven himself by knocking out Escandon, so that he can, you know, knock out guys who are good and more experienced than him. So I don't know, I guess Figueroa may win by a knockout somewhere in the later rounds, 8th or 9th or something. It's a 10-round fight, but it can also go the distance. But either way, I think I lean towards Figueroa, Brandon. Yeah. And then one more fight I think I wanna cover. It's this guy Jose Uzcategui fighting Caleb Plant. Uzcategui is the reigning IBF super middleweight champion. So this is actually his first defense as the full, IBF champion. Or actually, he's fighting for the full title. He's been the interim champion so far, and it's a good fight, definitely. Caleb Plant, I hear, is a really good prospect. 17-0, 10 KOs. He's 26 years of age. So he's rather tall for a super middleweight. But so is Uzcategui. He's actually a bit taller, 6'2", and Plant is 6'1". But Uzcategui has been in the, with the big boys now for a while, so he's definitely the favorite, I think, and he's just a really good fighter, I think. I mean, quite underrated it turned out, because he did lose, of course, to Matvey Korobov, but Korobov was really at his peak back then. And he once again proved the last, no, actually against Germán Charles, that he is a really, good boxer. So Korobov also, apart from that loss, I'm sorry, Uzcategui, he's only got one more loss, and that was by disqualification against Andre Dirrell. But he was winning that fight. Then he just landed a low blow after the bell or something. Yeah, and he beat Dirrell in the rematch. I just think, I mean, Uzcategui looks like the stronger guy on paper. I mean, of course, we never can know before he goes and fights, before he's in the ring with this guy Plant. But I do favor him to win, and he's a good puncher. 23 KOs and 28 victories. So perhaps a late stoppage here also I'll favor. Yeah, maybe something like that. Anyway, not before the 7th round, I guess. Plant, I can't see, he's beaten Rogelio Medina, but that guy was always more like a journeyman with a good punch. He upset Jay Leon Love before. But that was also by decision, so this guy doesn't have a single KO victory over anyone who is any kind of, who has any kind of relevance. He's only got one win over somebody who is okay, just a decent fighter. So with that in mind, I really can't pick anyone else but Jose Uzcategui to win. Perhaps again in 8 rounds or something like that. Yeah. Well, that was, I think, all for now. I don't really have much more. I can't find any more fights worth talking about this weekend. So yeah, I don't want to make these videos too long, certainly, because fewer of you will want to watch it. So thanks for this time. Bye bye.